When solving a problem like this one, it's often useful to think in terms of the moles of the molecules involved instead of the molarities themselves. So let's do it that way. And remember, concentration, which is in molarity, is equal to amount measured in moles. So all moles are is just a very large amount of molecules over volume, which is measured in liters. Molarity is moles per liter. Okay, so we're tracking how much sulfate there is, right? So let's start at the beginning. We have 3 liters of 1 molar solution of sodium sulfate. So that means we have 3 moles of sodium sulfate. Remember, all ionic compounds that have sodium like this are always fully soluble. So we know this is going to fully dissolve. And that means that we're going to have 3 moles of sulfate. And that's because each mole of this that dissolves, 1 sulfate dissolves. So 3 moles SO4, 2 minus. Okay. Then we add the barium nitrate solution. Remember, every nitrate is always fully soluble. So how many moles is that? Well, we have 0.5 liters times 4 molarity. So that's 2 moles of barium nitrate being added, which means that there are 2 moles of barium 2 plus being added. Okay, so every mole of barium 2 plus is going to react with a mole of sulfate and going to cancel each other out because they're going to precipitate out of the solution. So we have 3 moles of sulfate and we're taking away 2 moles because every mole of barium is going to take away 1 mole of sulfate. So that means we have 1 mole of sulfate left at the end. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky because it might be tempting just to divide that by the 3 liters we had here originally. But notice that we also add 0.5 liters of volume to it when we add the second solution. So molarity, or the concentration, we use brackets to say the concentration of something. So the concentration of sulfate in the end is 1 mole of sulfate, it's the amount, divided by the volume, which is 3 plus 0.5 liters, or 3.5 liters. And you can do the math yourself, but it turns out to be about 0.29 molar. And so you have to be really careful about adding volumes when we're adding solutions with significant volumes together, and also about keeping careful track of the amount of each molecule.